What is going on, guys? It's your boy BG, and welcome to Common Sense, where common sense isn't so common. In today's topic, we are going to talk about good days and bad days. And these are just one of those topics, whereas I personally experienced it myself. And I've been experiencing this probably maybe the last 3 or 4 days out of this week and the last 3 or 4 days out of last week. And the purpose of me talking about this topic is that when you have a goal, when you have a set goal, when you have something that is a high purpose that's bigger than you and bigger than those around you, you're going to face those days whereas you're going to feel exhausted, you're going to feel drained, you're going to feel weak, you're going to lose faith, you're going to have a low vibration. It's just so many mixed emotions that contradicts the height and level of success that you want to achieve at. And in a lot of cases, I just happened to face one of those days, because I mean, it's good. It's easy to pretty much go about a good day smoothly, positively, and so much more. It's so easy to go about a good day because you know all the things that you're thankful for and all the things that's currently happening in your life that's good. You have something to be happy about. But when actually growing and when you're going through that self-development process, what really matters when it comes to growth is those bad days. Those bad days. How do you go about your bad days? How do you go about the days where you at a very low vibration? You're just in a state of mind where it's just so many negative emotions being involved. Those are the days that really count. How do you treat those days? Do you go about those days just by the way the day has started and the way that it ended? Do you still go by those days because you're feeling negative or you losing faith? Do you go about that day the same way? Or do you change your mind and you change your perspective how the way you look at those bad days? Because to be honest, me personally, I've grown to realize that those bad days are the days where it really, really counts. Because when you're at your lowest, that could be meaning energy, that could be meaning in your life, that could be meaning the situations that you go through. When you're at your lowest, your true character shows. How you handle those situations, who you really are. And the way I pretty much go about it myself is that, although I feel weak, although I feel out of energy, although I'm at a low vibration, although I'm just not up to par, my energy isn't up there, although I'm losing faith, although the way I feel is just not where it's supposed to be, I still thank God for those type of days. I still thank God for those days where I'm at my low, because it allows me to lean on to Him for that additional support, for that additional assistance. Because now it's not my energy that I'm using anymore, it's His. Because all of us as people, we are connected to Him. We have an umbilical cord stretching right towards our Maker, our Creator. It takes a lot of energy to just maintain a very, very positive attitude and just staying consistent with so much stuff when you're doing it mentally by yourself. It's draining. That's why in a lot of cases you surround yourself with people that can replenish that energy, that can give you that energy back that you're using up so much on yourself to keep yourself on the right track. And trust me, it gets hard. It gets really difficult. You're going to have those days where you might get an Instagram video or you might get a YouTube video and it might not hit the way you wanted to hit. You might hit maybe 10, 15,000 one day and shit. The next day after that, you might hit 1 or 2,000. Shucks, you might not even hit 1,000, really. No, 100, because I've ran into those days. But I still treat those days as though I'm winning, because I'm still moving. I'm still moving. I'm still pushing forward. I might not elevate crazy high, but I'm getting a few feet off the ground, So it's like, it's so much to really deal with on those bad days. But like I said, those days challenge your strength and what you truly believe in. Within those bad days, do you still believe that there's a future far ahead of you? Do you still believe that you can get further up in life through those circumstances during that bad period of time? Because who knows, bad days might last into bad weeks, might last into bad months. But it's all on your perspective, the way you look at it. What are you doing with those days? How are you redirecting that energy? What are you using that negative energy for? Are you redirecting that to create a bigger and better picture? Because strength is only tested when there are challenges. Strength is only tested when there's challenges. Because us as human beings, we have to understand in order for a plant to grow, the seed must be planted first. When the seed is planted, there needs to be sunshine, and there definitely needs to be rainfall for that plant in order for that plant to grow. Those two scenarios have to happen. In order for you to have faith, you have to lose faith. In order for you to have confidence, you have to lose confidence. Those days when you lose what's most important to you, or what's a huge advantage towards your goals and your ambitions, those days are going to be tested where you won't have that. So what else will you lean on when you don't have that type of energy, when you don't have that type of faith or ambition? Because what faith is continuing to do something and believe that it's moving when nothing feels like it's moving. That's what faith is. Although you know what's currently going on right now, right at this current moment in your life, that this is going to lead me to where I need to be, because this is part of my journey. This is where it's going to lead to. And your current thoughts and your current actions mold your future every day. That's why they call it the law of attraction. Thoughts become things. Thoughts become actions, which turn into things. What are you thinking? What are you giving yourself on a day-to-day basis? Because these thoughts create your reality. We are the embodiment of our thoughts. We have to take accountability for the thoughts that we are thinking. Without accountability for those things, or someone not holding you accountable for that, although your own thoughts, you should be held accountable yourself, because those are your thoughts. Your thoughts is what creates your future. Every single day you wake up, the minute you wake up in that morning, the minute you go to bed, those thoughts remain until you change the way you think. You have to reprogram yourself in your way of thinking. Your thoughts is what brand and build your future. We will remember the past, we live in the present, and we build our future. That is the key goal. Thinking of too much in the past is what's going to be a handicap towards what you're going to build in the future. Your thoughts is what's going on right now, what happened 5 to 10 minutes ago. Whatever happened 5 to 10 minutes ago, away from the time that's currently right now, all that is the past. Once your thoughts reminisce on that past, now you're building your future, whether it's negative, whether it's positive. Because the law of attraction is very, very obedient. It doesn't go to the person who thinks super positive or super negative. It's whatever your thoughts and whatever your actions portray. Whatever you bring out to the earth, whatever you bring out to the world, is what you're going to be built and molded around. And that all connected by the thoughts that you tell yourself. So when you're having a negative day, think positive. It can be difficult, but think positive. On my days as I'm at my low, it reminds me that I can't do any and everything by myself. It reminds me that these days are coming. And there are going to be days like this when I get to that pinnacle of success, when I am successful. These days are going to be a lot harder. But as long as my mindset is different throughout that difficult situation, I'm always learning. It's crazy, because on the days when you're more down, you're more emotional, you're more creative. It's crazy. I mean, that's me personally. I think everyone operates a little bit differently. But when I'm down, when I'm in my emotions, it allows me to have a form of creation. It helps me to create. Why? Well, because I'm so embedded into that emotion, it makes me want to create something. That's why I made this podcast, Good Days, Bad Days. Because I had one of those bad days. And because I had one of those bad days, it pushed me into the mode whereas now I need to talk about it. This is something that a lot of people could relate to. People have to learn how to program their minds to think in a positive attitude. Each day, your brain is throwing in over 60,000 thoughts a day, and 80% of it is repetitive and negative thoughts. You can reduce that by just simply changing your way of thinking. Do you not know that each day you wake up is another opportunity to change your outcome? Each day, when you're able to take an extra breath and when you're able to open up your eyes every single day, that is a potential new opportunity. Not potential, that is a new opportunity. Actually, that one day of your life could be that day where your life instantly changes because you changed your way of thinking. So my question to you is, how do you operate those bad days? Because personally, me, like I said, I thank God for those type of days. Because my strength is being tested. My will is being tested. My faith is being tested. The way I look at my goals and ambitions is being tested. This test you is your purpose strong? Is your why strong enough? Is your why for that purpose strong enough? Is your purpose for that why strong enough? Is it strong enough for you to work through what you have to currently go through? Because 90% of your life is the situations that you go through. My bad. I take that back. 10% of your life is the situations that you go through. And 90% of your life is your thoughts and perceptions of how you look at that situation. Because the way you look at one situation is the way you're going to look at another situation. So I remind you guys, always monitor your thoughts. Always be conscious of what you're thinking. Be conscious of your vocabulary. Be conscious of what you say to yourself and to other people. Be conscious of what energy you're allowing into your circle. Be conscious of all those things. Be conscious of your bad days. Be fully aware of your bad days. But transmute that energy into something that feeds for a better purpose. Don't use those days to beat yourself down. Don't use those days to become lazy. You don't want to be sitting here basing your day off your own feelings, because if you're basing your days off of if you are basing your days off of exactly how you feel, then you'll never become successful, because there's a lot of things that I don't feel like doing. There's a lot of things that a lot of people don't feel like doing. But they know if I don't do this, then I won't get this. The day I don't do this, someone else is suffering because I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do, what I'm built to do. I'm not feeding that purpose. Every day you want to be able to take a step of feeding that purpose. You want to give your purpose a spoonful or whatever the ingredients is to get you where you need to be, to that next level. Because when you're all the way down at the bottom, when you're all the way down at the bottom of the stairwell, it's always 10 to 20 steps. It's not one step and boom, you're at the top. Just as much as you take one step and put on another step, it's just step by step, day by day. Each day you feeding that purpose its proper ingredients to get you where you need to be. But number one thing that your purpose feeds off of, your life's purpose feeds off of, is your thoughts. So I'm going to leave you guys off with that. Faith plus great work ethic creates vulnerable opportunity. And I will catch you guys later in the next episode of Common Sense Podcast. See ya.